Hey guys, Potato McWhiskey here, and welcome to Let's Play Constructor. Now, Constructor is an incredibly old game. I want to say this game is about 20 years old. In fact, I know it's going to be 20 years old pretty soon because there's a HD release coming out the end of this month. This is February 2017. There's going to be a HD release coming out for this game. And this game is one of my favorite games from when I was a kid. I played the hell out of it. I want to say about maybe it was in the 90s, the late-ish 90s when I first actually picked it up in like one of those old sold out games for like £5 back then. This was before Ireland even used the euro. Um Fantastic game. I loved it as a kid. It's definitely showing its age. I mean, like, look at the settings menu. You don't even have a resolution setting. It's in that old square resolution. It doesn't even have widescreen support. This is how old this game is. And we're going to just play it with all the basic settings. And in fact, the screen is so small that I've had to, just now, I just remembered to turn my mouse sensitivity all the way down. Because otherwise, if I have it on my normal, like, I moved my mouse about a centimeter and it goes from over here to here. Like, I'm barely moving my mouse. So I have to go all the way down. So now it feels much more like a normal experience. Network not available. That's interesting. I didn't even know there was network play. We're going to go into here the normal play game. Now, from what I remember, is there's a few different things you can do here. I think we're going to be playing on the easy level, which is green fields, and we're going to be playing on easy because we're just screwing around. And I actually did already load the game up just to make sure the recording worked. And we're going to play as Potato McWhiskey, although you can play with, up to 3 computers, but we're not going to play with that. We're just doing a casual sort of look at the game in anticipation for the HD release at the end of the month. So we have here game types. So yeah, there's a few different game types you can do. The financial conquest, which is you get a bank balance of £1,000,000 in a period of 40 years. Build every type of house possible, culminating with the ultimate egomaniac's dream of a pyramid dedicated to your memory. World domination, so you have to own at least one residential property on every single estate in the world. And utopian state, this is the most difficult of the tasks. You must have at least 3 of each type of tenant, and everyone's happiness must be greater than 90%. This is pretty hard. Build. It's just like the sandbox mode. We're gonna play on the financial conquest because I think it's the sort of a good introductory mode where it's not quite a sandbox, but it still has a goal. And we're not gonna play with a computer right now while we're still learning the game. We're gonna play on easy. Now I have a bit of memory to go over here because I actually don't really remember how to play. I know that all these buttons on the left here do things. So this is my HQ. This shows you, I think this is like construction workers. This is foremen who lead construction workers. I think this is like utility workers who build like subways and roads. And these are mobsters. And these are my citizens. So I have 4 level 1 citizens right now. So I can build up to 4 houses without having to replenish that. We have none of the other ones, so we're in pretty good shape there. And this is the world map. You can buy land from this screen, and I think we will. What I used to do was I used to try and maximize all my factories in a single plot of land. So I think I'll buy a piece of land here from memory from playing as a kid. That's what I used to do, and then I would build a bunch of tier 1 houses in here. So this is a financial mission scenario. So that's all those buttons. That's what all those buttons do. You see, these are the 2 little utility workers. They're going around, putting down the road. And so this is the map button up here. This is the road claim. I think this shows, yeah, this is like a utility map. This is a residential map. This is a gadget. I think that's for placing down trees and stuff. This is an income expenditure thing. So estate costs. This is the mob boss office. This is messages. This is the options menu, I think. This is a list of all workers. Worker teams, actually. These 2 guys aren't assigned to a team, but I will assign them in a minute. And this is where we build. This is the building screen. This is the police screen. And then this is the pause game. I think when it's actually paused, it was very interesting. They don't let you do anything, which makes me think they just basically stop everything happening except for the pause button. It's interesting. Otherwise, I don't know why they went that way. because it would be really nice to be able to pause this game. Probably because it's against computers, and being able to pause would be a pretty big advantage. So we're going to stick down a wood yard, place it there, and then we're going to call 2 work teams, and then I'm going to grab one of these work teams, this guy, and it's this button? No. That's for destruction. Yeah. So let me... How do I change you? Congratulations, you finished work on the wood yard. To restock it, move a work team into the building. I think this is the one? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to assign you 2 extra workers. Oh, I forgot to confirm it. I assign you 2 extra workers, then I confirm. And now this guy, he is a much stronger work team. And I'm going to send you... How do I move you again? Okay, I just that's to move the individual. Okay, we're going to build a house. So I think we're going to... Well, the question is, do we bother with these crappy houses? And I think the crappy house is fine. So let's go back here. We're going to start with some crappy houses. We're going to rotate here, back up 1. From memory, this is how these sort of work. And you can move stuff around, but we're not going to do that right now because these are just low tier houses for the basic tenants who are going to produce workers and citizens. Just place that here, and we'll call a work team to it. And you can see up here we have wood. A certain amount of wood we need to build every house. So well done. Your first home has been completed and it's ready to be rented out for the first time. Building a variety of types of houses will expand your choices in the future. Yes. Okay, so before we do that, we're going to call a work team over to the wood yard. And then we're going to actually rent this house out. So let's have a look. This is the fence. Yeah, this lets us set the fence. And I think we don't need a fence. We'll wait till they cry at us for a fence. We won't upgrade anything in here. Select gadgets for the house. We don't have a gadget factory yet. This is selling a house. Okay, so we're going to move in. You can move in 2 basically groups of families at every tier. Can I pause the game on the screen? And typically how it works is the family on the right produces more children. So you can see the repro is reproduction. That's a fully green, but they make less money and they don't live as long. Whereas the family on the left, they tend to produce less children, but more money, live longer, but they do more stress and damage on the house, and they're more demanding, like they'll ask for glazed windows and stuff. So these guys are easier to live with. So let's grab these guys, and they will be producing our tier 1 citizens, so that we always have a supply of those. And then we're going to move in another group of people of the same kind, and these ones are just going to produce workers. And this is just, just for the rest of the game, it's going to produce workers, so we always have a supply in case we lose some or something bad happens. So that's our first 2 houses. They're basically ramshackle huts that don't need to be looked after much. And then we can move on to the next couple houses. And these ones in particular are going to be similar, but not quite the same. Place another one here and we'll call a work team. And this one is going to start producing rent for us. See if we can't get it to make some money. So we're going to move in the left-hand side now. We're going to move those in. And we're going to leave these guys on producing money. And they'll slowly produce income for us every 60 days. Not much now if I go to my income. No, that's not the right button. This one is the income outcome. I love these little animations. Like, this game came out in like 1990 or 1992 or something. Somewhere around then. So you can see here, we now have income. Not very much, but there is an income there. What does this button do? Increase overdraft, decrease overdraft. Oh, that's for interest. So you can take out loans. That's pretty good. We've got a log cabin here. We're gonna use up all the log cabins. We'll stick those guys there, and we'll call a work team over. And so these guys just run over. You can manually move them, by clicking on them with the buttons. But the call the work team thing is so nice in my opinion. And here's our two two utility workers. Ooh, I love the little animations. Tea break. It's fantastic. Okay, we'll go to when I was a kid, I used to think that said toilet. Maybe I was just a dumb kid. But we're gonna move in another one of these rent producing families, and they'll pay for themselves slowly over time. You can increase the rent or decrease the rent. We won't screw with that. We'll just leave it. We'll leave it at a baseline so we have a little bit of income. And then we'll build another little ramshackle hook. We'll drop it down here. I don't even remember if I'm playing the game correctly. I'm probably playing it horribly wrong. But look, here's a citizen. This was a worker, so now this work team I can actually look for. Here's an idle worker, and I can assign him to this team. Excellent. Alright, nice. So now we have another house, and we should be able to... let's have a look at our headquarters. Where's the headquarters? Yeah, we have some tier 1s. So I think this was making... No, this house was making them. And it's not quite making them fast enough for demand. So what we're going to do is, in this house, we're going to move in again these short lifespan, high reproduction family. And they're going to make us tier 1 people. We're almost filled up on wood from what I remember, but we don't have enough people to make any more houses. So these 5 houses are going to be our baseline from where we produce workers and we produce so this shows you how long they're going to die or how long they're going to live. And something we can actually do is if I go into this house here, I can actually renovate the home on the inside. We call a work team in here and we just upgrade the insides. Now all these stats, so they're going to live longer, they would produce more rent. So the house is going to go up in value. The house is going to take less damage from them living there, which I think is the sofa. No, it is the kitchen will improve how long they live. This will make them more content and less likely to complain. The bathroom will prevent leaks and make the building cheaper and less likely to take repairs. And the bedroom will make them produce more children. So you can see these are all good things. And I'm not going to upgrade all the houses because it's quite expensive. But I do want to upgrade the 2 people who are making children for me. I do want these guys to be upgraded because they're pretty important for the long-term success of my little city I'm building here. And this is just a casual sort of, you know, we're screwing around and learning the game because it's been a long night since I've played this game. Let's see. There's a lot of really interesting things, and I'm not going about the game in the best way if I'm 100% honest. Like, there's a lot of really cool stuff you can do in this. Like, I could fully upgrade the bedroom here and make them a master Uber bedroom, and they'll just churn out kids for me. But we're not really interested in that. Okay, so we do have 2 more tier 1 houses. We can start to move up in our thing. So we have fully built out the number of these little ramshackle shacks that we can make. Now we can move on to these sort of wooden lodges. So let's call a work team over there. I think this is a worker. Yeah, just another worker. So since they've already produced 2 workers, they're going to go and produce tier 1 guys because both of our work teams are filled out. Why don't you grab this guy? Because so now our work team is filled out. We've got 2 fully stocked work teams, and later on you can get even more work teams. And you'll need them too, because this game gets hectic. It's pretty damn hectic. So we're going to move in the rent guys. And because they're living in a slightly nicer house, they're going to make more demands. Which we'll see later. But this should do the trick for now. And I think, do we have another? Yeah, we have another one. So we can drop another one of these houses. And these ones actually, oh, on the end here, I'm going to put these nice bigger houses. I say they're nice, they're just relatively slightly nicer. I'll call a work team over there. And then I will do another one here. It's all coming back to me, this memory of how I used to play this game. So yeah, you can just call your work teams. And I think later on, eventually, you can see this as a subway. You can like drop subways on the different corners of your city, and then your work teams can use the subways to get around quicker. So due to the high quality of your shacks, the council surveyor is going to let you build some proper houses after you've built the cement yard. So let's quickly build a cement yard, because I know from memory that things start to go downhill once you hit cement, because from what I remember, they start making demands. Oh my god, I have the hiccups. Why do I always have the hiccups? We're running a little bit low on timber, so let's call in a work team to do that. We're going to move in. So I can't remember how to produce tier 2 tenants, but they follow the same rules basically. Here's some punks and some hippies. It's all very fun and silly. Okay, so we finished the cement yard. We're going to move in some of these guys. Do I have more? I have one more. So we're going to move in another set of these guys over here. So these guys are now producing rent. So if we look over here, we can see we have spent a lot of money, but our rental income is starting to offset that because we have enough now. And we could take an overdraft because our monthly income is 1.5. So we could very easily go up to like a pretty big overdraft. And it wouldn't hurt us too much because our income is covering it. But we don't need it right now. I really wish you could like pause the game and look around and stuff. But you can't, unfortunately. So we're going to do a little bit of working to build up our cement and wood stock. Wood stock. And then we're going to build probably some of these buildings. So we have here the gadget factory and the police station. I think we're going to get a gadget factory for sure. And here's a commune. And these are like your offensive buildings for you to interact with other players. We're now able to upgrade them. What? Yeah, upgrade. I didn't know I didn't remember how to upgrade, but we've got an upgrade thing there now. Great. We can build tier 2 houses now. Oh, I remember. How you get tier 2 people is you move tier 1 people into a tier 2 house. Now I remember. Yep. And that's what we're going to do that eventually. But first things first, we're going to fill out our tier 1 houses because they're cheap, they're going to produce income for us, and they're not going to be very demanding. But the very first thing we are going to get is a gadget factory. Now let's see, can we stick that in? Can we sneak it in somewhere? Oh god, there's a fire. What is going on here? Okay, call a work team. They've got smoke problems? I don't know what that is. Do I build a fire station? Oh god, I'm not prepared. Do they need like a fire extinguisher? Oh no. Cancel this. It's all gone wrong. No, cancel that. I built that wrong. So yeah, look, you can see here the exclamation marks means they're making demands. Did you just kill all your workers? You killed one of your workers. Okay, that's fine. One worker down, that's okay. Let me... Okay, see, this is what I'm talking about. The game gets really hectic and panicky. Oh my god. I don't know what just happened, but I think we just lost. That's gonna be it for today. Thank you very much for watching. We're gonna play some more Constructor, but we'll figure it out. I'm gonna start a new game and try and figure out what the hell just went wrong. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.